Well, I'm Mike Mrachek. I'm owner of this Saint Laurent Winery, co-owner with my wife Laura. Oops. And we started making wine. Our first vintage was in 2001. Most people ask why we started a winery. And I usually tell people because we started taking our grapes to Saint Michel. We planted 250 acres of vineyard, and they started telling us why they started telling us that they really liked our grapes and were able to make some really good wine about it. But before that, when I started researching the wine industry back in the mid-90s, in December I'd go to the fruit growers meetings for the apple industry, and the apple industry wasn't doing very well. And half the people wouldn't show up. People were complaining, and they weren't very happy. So in February I'd go to the WAG meetings, the grape meetings, and everybody's happy and telling jokes and slapping each other on the back and drinking wine with lunch, and I go, I want some of that. And back then the wine market was really good, so we planted our first vineyard in '99, and so we made our first vintage for our own winery in 2001, from 2001 grapes. But it's been an experience. It's been fun. We're entrepreneurs, and we really like the wine industry, and the people that are involved in Washington here. They're so open and sharing, and it's not like some industries where they're real protective of the information. I mean, with the Washington State Extension Service and all the growers, they're open, and they don't mind you calling them up on the telephone and asking them questions. Well, our state vineyards, our white grapes are grown in near Quincy, in what they call the Ancient Lakes area. They don't have an appellation yet, but that's what they call the area. And all of our red grapes are down on the Wallach Slope, which is, in 2006 it was a new AVA, and I was instrumental in getting that going, mostly I wanted to promote our own grapes in our bottle. So.
And then what do you have planted around the winery here?
Oh, it's Riesling. We get about 2,400 growing degree days here, and it matures nicely, but in Quincy we get about 2,800 growing degree days. On the Wallach Slope we get about over 3,000. So it's all the Riesling that we grow here and in Quincy is completely different. Well, Charlie Hoppus was our original winemaker. He was kind of in conjunction with Ryan Patrick Vineyards, and he made some good wine for us. He's a great guy. And then he chose a young winemaker for us and actually pursued him for us. His name is Mike Mrachek, and he's our full-time winemaker now. We also make wine for other wineries, bulk wine. But he's in charge. I kind of let him do his own thing out there. I don't want to get in his way. Well, we're doing about 6,000 cases. About 20% of that is white wine and Chardonnay and Riesling, and then we have a lucky white blend that's Sauvignon based. It's really good. And then we have the Cabernet, Merlot, Syrah, and then a couple red blends, Lucky Red and a La Boheme red blend. Well, we don't know why we were selected, because we don't feel we do a lot more than any other alumni, but apparently somebody thought so. And we were honored at a couple events, one event down in Pullman, and then we were chosen to be inducted into the Hall of Honor for the Department of Agriculture of the College of Agriculture in Washington State. I guess it's because there's two of us, not just one of us, and we do a lot of different things for the community and for the university, but I'm not sure why they gave it to us. Well, my wife is heading that up, and I'm not real familiar with what all they do, but we do have 4 or 5 events. It's mostly in the Wenatchee and Quincy area, and we're trying to promote and bring people to this area instead of Leavenworth or Schland, which is, you know, a big draw. They're very fortunate, the wineries in those areas. And we'd like to produce quite a bit of wine in the future. We want to be a factor in the Washington State wine industry. And, you know, the market's pretty flooded right now, and we've got a strong marketing team, and we're doing pretty good. We'd like to make 20,000 cases within 5 years. So.
And you have the acreage to support that?
Oh yeah, we have enough wine for about 60,000 cases, but we'll always contract with Saint Michel because they've been so good to us. They're such a team player. I mean, they're dragging the rest of us along because they're in the market every day. They're all over the world, and they have their own research that they share, and they're just a great company, really great company.